The best scene from The Time Job, written by Thomas Tinnerello, and it's the bus stop farmhouse scene. Exterior, Al Capone's house, day. Jerry and company are walking away from the house.
So you lied to Al Capone.
Capone is going to jail for tax evasion, but the temporal compromise will erase this deal from his timeline.
But now we've got us a small army, eh?
Old-timey goons with guns. You think that's enough to take out some 21st century assassins?
Capone's men are cannon fodder, enough for us to overwhelm Wells' defenses and get back to the rendezvous before he does.
Exterior, bus station, hours later. Capone's soldiers pull up and talk with Miranda, while Jerry, Dodd, and Card stand far off.
Cannon fodder. Wonder what she really thinks of us.
What?
Just saying, past, present, or future, you can't trust cops.
We don't got any alternative.
Ah, but we do. See, we tell Mr. Capone the truth. Alright? Then he plays along with her plan until we get to the time jump. She's got Wells in cuffs and we work some kind of signal, then boom! Capone shoots Wells, we get the goddess, his men take care of his kung fu, and...
You mean kill her? Shh! Burned out some brain cells being dead, didn't you?
Look, everything she's ever done was to get her man. She'll send people to their deaths, lie to gangsters, shoot at other cops. I mean, if you think about it, she's just like Wells.
Jerry grabs Card's jacket and gets up in his face.
She's not like that.
How do you know? What makes you think she won't screw us over, huh?
All right, you made your point and I sucked up.
You don't even know her, schmuck.
Dodd breaks them up and takes Jerry out of Card's hearing range.
Dodd, you can't be siding with him.
He's got a point, man.
No, he doesn't. He just wants the idol for himself. He's a con man. That's what he does.
And listen, she's a cop. You, me, we're thieves. But I know you've got it.
Dodd pats Jerry's chest.
In here. You're not Card, Wells, or even a brute bastard like me. So, if you want to talk to her, your gut tells you she's on the level. I'll follow you, man. To hell and worse. But if not, then we gotta use our heads if we're gonna stay in this world.
Jerry thinks. Exterior, farm, day. Jerry and company drive up to the barn, the same jagged old place Wells said would be their hideout after the heist. It's too quiet and surrounded by tall, dark pines. Inside the car.
You sure this is it?
It's the only abandoned farm within driving distance from the rendezvous, and the barn matches your description. I'll check it out. If it's clear, we should shelter here.
Exterior, woods, continuous. Concealed by the shrubs, Bosun looks at Jerry and the rest. Bosun speaks into a radio.
It's the wireman, the safe man, the con, and the maid. When do we move in?
Tonight.
Exterior, farmhouse, front porch, night. Miranda stands guard looking off into the woods. Jerry steps out through the front door and slowly approaches her.
So what's the plan?
Since Wells isn't here, he's camped out by the rendezvous point. So we meet up with Capone's men tomorrow morning and ambush him there.
Jerry looks out into the bush. It's pitch, almost black.
When you catch him, you got a device or something to take him back to the future with you, or what?
Yes.
Jerry walks around her, tries to look her in the eye. She won't look at anything but straight ahead.
Look, I need to ask you something.
Jerry, I can't tell you anything about the future.
Not the future, the past. I need to know if anything you said to me is true. I mean, what you said before, you saved Card.
Miranda is my real name.
That's all? Nothing else?
Those places I mentioned, there were places I'd been to on different assignments. Except Istanbul was Constantinople when I went.
What did you mean when you said it's not a mistake? Like, we're not a mistake? Did you mean that? Huh? Or did Central tell you to say that to me?
I meant that. It wasn't a mistake, us meeting. There's design in the time stream.
Okay, you know what I do, what we do, and when this is over, we all go back to before. I'll still have all my old problems. No money, no job, and a son I can't provide for.
You always have a choice.
What choice? Starve or eventually go back to jail? What if I want a different future? What if I want to take the idol back with me? Are you going to stop me, huh?
I have my orders. Wells needs to be apprehended and the idol confiscated.
So that's it? You don't care about what happens to us, to me?
He pulls out the sonogram and shows it to her.
To him? We're all just cannon fodder, huh? Huh?
She stares at the sonogram and then looks Jerry in the eyes. Tears brim in her eyes, but she turns her head back to the trees. Jerry storms off back inside, but he doesn't close the door. Interior, farmhouse, living room, continuous. Miranda goes and stands in the doorway.
You know what else is true?
Jerry stops in the living room and listens.
I did come to that speakeasy every Friday night because I love Cap Calloway. Old Lady Gable wouldn't let me listen to my records in the house, so I went. But I just observed. I danced with no one. Last night was the first time I actually danced with someone.
She walks toward him. They face each other.
I don't really know why it had to be you. I know it started in your room, the way you looked at me, smiled at me, even lied to me. You didn't treat me like your maid. I felt like I was more than my duties for once.
But it doesn't change anything, does it?
No. But you have to believe me. You have a better future. And it's worth doing the right thing to make it happen.
Why?
Because you...
The front window shatters. Bang! Gunfire. Jerry and Miranda quickly take cover in a volley of machine gun fire. It covers them in glass and splinters. To be continued.